What is it about the 2024 deck builder roguelike Balatro that just draws me in? Perhaps it's the groovy music, trippy background visuals, or maybe even the satisfying way in which my cards and jokers combo and score off each other as the game goes on. Maybe it's even the numerous cultural and hidden details that reward you for paying close attention. I've personally sunk many hours into playing the game after work on my TV, between projects on my computer, or even during a long flight utilizing my Steam Deck. Balatro is simply one of those games that I can pick up anytime, any place, and just know I'll have a great time playing. If you know me, you know I'm a sucker for small details. I just can't get enough of all the little elements that come together, all the little things that didn't need to be included or done, but show that love and consideration were put into the game. Things like the planet cards. The Uranus card, for example, it includes the planet's rings, but also accurately shows how Uranus is tilted on its axis. One of the secret planet cards, Eris, includes its moon, Dysnomia. Meanwhile, the art for the Ceres card takes into account the fact it's located near the asteroid belt. All of the planetoids, like Pluto, Ceres, and Eris, are labeled as dwarf planets in their consumable tag, rather than just the plain planet tag. They also gave the hidden Planet X card, the planet tag, just a little question mark at the end, since we aren't really sure if it even exists. Okay, here's a few more fun details. Have you ever noticed that at the top row of the planet cards, they highlight their position in our solar system? Meanwhile, the bottom of the card denotes the hand type that it upgrades. Also, the art for the rare Black Hole card looks like it's pulling in the edge of the card and its name towards the center. The to-do list Joker spells out Joker with its tasks. The Cloud9 Joker has 9 clouds in the art. Mail-in Rebate lists Jerry Seinfeld's apartment from Seinfeld.
Can I get in on that? What do you think, it's like a poker game?
There's all kinds of fun little details scattered throughout the game, just like these ones. And they make people like me happy when I stare way too long at something to finally understand what the reference or hidden meaning is behind it. From the moment you boot up Balatro, its stark visual style and phenomenal music are presented in full force. The music, for starters, is a masterclass. The melodic composition of Balatro's music isn't exactly a series of songs like you might initially expect from other games. It's instead closer in nature to a continuous loop that changes depending on what's currently happening on screen. These variations easily drift from one to another and create a seamless experience as you progress throughout the game. My personal favorites include the shop theme, which utilizes heavier drums on top of what sounds almost like a road-style synth to help create a sense of safety and stability, with the percussive and rhythmic shift contrasting well from the main theme. The whole effect essentially comes out to an almost lo-fi jazz feel that helps you both relax and get ready for the decision-making you'll be needing to do while in the shop. Similarly, the boss theme, which also aims to shift to signaling gameplay, uses more echoing dissonance and reverb in order to create an almost menacing, tension-filled atmosphere. The almost unsettling vibe is like the game trying to get you to threat assess what you're facing, all while also telling you to focus up. The feeling of relief as you beat the boss blind and advance to the next ante, with the music switching back to the main theme, is a welcome reprieve after a difficult boss blind. Another part of Balatro's amazing sound design has to be in the sound effects themselves. Stuff like the cards being returned to the deck at the end of a blind, the slight sound of fire as you see your score going through the roof, or the victory chime, all add a great deal of atmosphere and bring the overall experience all together. And I don't see a lot of people talk about it, but I think another part of Balatro's overall visual appeal is definitely in the background. It's really quite mesmerizing. The swirling red and blue background make for both an iconic and visually stark main menu. During gameplay, it's never really distracting because of the neutral poker table green during the small and big blinds, and during the boss blind, the transition to the boss's associated color hints to the player that this may not go exactly like the small and big blinds that came before, further cementing to tread carefully and consider hands before scoring. All of this, in tandem with the aforementioned musical score, make for a distinct and satisfying experience between shops, blinds, and bosses. Something I mentioned briefly at the beginning, but Balatro is really a game that thrives in any situation. I can play it on my PC if I've got nothing else going on for the rest of the evening, while I can just as easily boot it up if I need to be out the door in 30 minutes. The ability to just pick up and play Balatro speaks to one of its best strengths, its versatility. The game works wonderfully on Steam Deck. I mean, PC Gamer went as far as to say that Valve should rename the deck to the Balatro machine, which I mean, yeah, for me that definitely rings true. This isn't even beginning to mention that the game is available on Switch, Android, iOS, etc. But honestly, more than anything, the game is easy to watch. I was actually introduced to Balatro via YouTuber/streamer Sinvicta. I then continued watching the game more via Northern Lion.
Guys, what's going on? What's going 4.50 e to the 17? What does that mean?
Nowadays, I usually watch Balatro streamer Raffle, who uploads edits of his Twitch VODs to his YouTube channel. More often than not, I think watching a streamer like Raffle can be more fun than playing the game sometimes. It's honestly kind of similar to how it can be fun to go go-karting, but it can also be fun to watch Formula 1. The game can become quite captivating when a good player takes the reins, and it's great to watch in the background while finishing up a chore or trying to fall asleep late at night. That being said, the game is good for any skill level. I've seen people who aren't even known for playing video games giving Balatro a try. I mean, it's super easy with all the platforms on offer, and the basic concepts are not too difficult to pin down. I think this is mainly due to the fact that a lot of people will already have a base familiarity with concepts surrounding the game of poker, the hands, suits, nomenclature, etc. The game gives you the basic tools and then builds on the complexity around the core mechanics. At the end of the day, Balatro is a game that I hold in very high regard. It's wildly successful and ridiculously fun. I have high expectations for the upcoming 2025 update, and I'm looking forward to any future potential projects by the developer LocalFunk. And while I don't often try to make predictions on what might stick around and be remembered, Balatro feels like the kind of game that will be played by many more people for countless years to come, myself included.